Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. How's everyone doing? Alright, we're going to get that full moon tonight. Everyone excited? Going to get your intuition flowing. Everybody open your minds up, because I'm going to tell you why those bozos are attracted to you. Alright? I'm going to tell you some things that are, a few of these things are some painful realities, alright? I'm going to tell you why those bozos like you so much. Okay, some of these things are nice reasons. Some of these things are not so nice reasons, okay? But I just have to be honest with you why the bozos like you so much. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something about attraction. Attraction happens due to polarity, alright? Polarity, that means opposites attract. We've all heard opposites attract, right? So, masculine is attracted to feminine, okay? I talked about this in another video. That's why if you were, if you were like a kind of like a tomboy chick, and then you kind of switched your vibe from masculine to feminine, you might notice that your boyfriend was kind of feminine before, and he would have to kind of switch his vibe to masculine for you guys to start getting along. You notice that maybe he didn't like you when you stopped being a tomboy, and you kind of started to notice, my boyfriend's kind of feminine, and we're not getting along so well anymore. We're more like, he's starting to friend zone me a little bit now, or I feel like I'm kind of wanting to friend zone him now. We feel like a pair of girls, and she weren't getting along, and if he wasn't able to adjust, that relationship wasn't working out so much anymore, right? That's because the polarity was no longer there. But if he was able to adjust and become a little bit more masculine, you guys were able to stay together, right? Well, maybe the tomboy wasn't who you really were. Maybe you really were just a girly girl, and that was the tomboy was a phase. Or maybe you were younger as a tomboy, and you grew up and you kind of grew into more, you were more like, a feminine girl as a grown-up, right? I mean, I remember I just went through a tomboy phase, and, I became, the feminine, femme that I am now, and the guy that I was with, he wanted to be with a masculine woman, and we weren't able to be together, and he ended up being with a masculine woman, and they were together, and it was more of a match for them. It's so funny because he tried to get back with me while he was with her, and I'm like, well, you need to decide what you want. Of course I didn't get back with him because he's feminine, right? So everybody is kind of a balance of masculine and feminine, and if you find that balance within you, I think you're more of a healthy individual. But women who are mostly feminine and men who are mostly masculine tend to be the most mentally healthy. But you do need, to be that yin-yang. You need to be a balance. Every woman needs to have a little bit of a masculine element, and every man needs to have a little bit of a feminine element, so we can be just mentally and spiritually healthy individuals. So you can't be all the way feminine or all the way masculine, but that's that polarity that we need to attract each other, right? And so people are going to be attracted to what is the opposite of them, right? So this is part of the good news. Ladies, gentlemen, those bozos and bozettes, they're attracted to you because dun 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 dun, you are the opposite of them, right? They're losers, and what are you? You're a winner, right? The bozos and bozettes are attracted to you because you are the opposite of them, right? You are going places in life. You are you're doing your thing. You're doing stuff. You're living your life. You're probably ambitious, right? You people that are attracting bozos and bozettes, you're an ambitious person. You probably are kind of an individualistic person. You're probably alone a lot, right? You're probably alone, but you probably are alone, but you attract people like a magnet, correct? You're probably the kind of person that goes into the supermarket and you're probably trying to shop, but then you just find all these people right up in your grill, and you're just like, the supermarket's empty, but you have to be standing right next to me. Give me 6 feet. but the person just all of a sudden needs to be standing right next to you in the supermarket, right? You probably just attract people like a magnet, and you wonder why they're up in your face all the time. Am I right? And everywhere you go, strangers want to come up and talk to you. Little kids run up to you for no apparent reason. You're a completely attractive, magnetic person, correct? All right, so you attract everybody is what I'm trying to tell you. And that's probably who you are as a person, okay? So you fall under the category of an attractive person, okay? So that's no exception. The bozo is also attracted to you. So everybody is attracted to you, and the bozo is just a random fringe person. They're also attracted to you, and I'm going to tell you, the bozo is just lost. Okay, this person, you are strong and they are weak, so they cannot help but be attracted to you because you are their polarity. Okay, you are the opposite of them, and opposites attract. So here are you're this independent person, and they are this dependent person. So this dependent person is going to be attracted to this independent person. Okay, you're the kind of person who goes into restaurants and eats alone. The bozo is going to be attracted to you because they're going to be like, here's this confident person who likes to be alone. I'm clingy. I'm going to come and completely bother them because I'm a bozo. That's what they do. These dependent people want to cling to independent people. And the thing about you is, even though you're independent, deep down inside you're just a little bit lonely as well, because even independent people, we are lonely because we know we're different, okay? Even though we're strong, even though we're strong-willed, we're strong-minded, we tend to overcome things that your regular, average, ordinary type person cannot overcome, just because we're free thinkers. Just because we're used to doing everything ourselves, we're still lonely inside because we don't usually do teamwork. We're used to just doing everything ourselves, and we automatically know how to do everything ourselves. We were just automatically figuring it out. We automatically don't need other people's help. So we're just kind of like, okay, well, I can figure this out myself, and we just do it. We don't sit around waiting for other people to do it. We don't sit around feeling sorry for ourselves. We're just like, here's a problem. I'm a problem solver. I'm going to solve the problem. Okay, bozos sit around feeling sorry for themselves until somebody else solves their problem. So here's somebody who is the complete opposite of us. They are going to be drawn to us like a magnet. Okay, they are the opposite of what we are. So this is the polarity here that I'm talking about. These bozos, now, people are attracted to us, period. These bozos are just not going to be able to leave us alone. Okay, so this is what happens. We are out walking around. We're out walking around. What are the bozos doing? They're out walking around. Okay, so if you're a female winner, the bozos are out walking around. They're gonna bother you. Okay, now if you're a woman out walking around, a female bozette is also gonna walk around and bother you. So this is not just a gender thing, okay? Because when I'm out walking around, female bozettes bother me. They will bother me, say like when I'm at the craft fair. I'm walking around, a female bozette will follow me around and bother me and ask me stupid questions like where the market is around here and everything. I'm not really sure what they want. I don't know if they're seeking drugs or if they're high already or what they want. But they'll ask me a million questions just to bother me, and I will have to assertively tell them basically to F off. And they need to leave me alone or else. And they'll try to follow me as I'm walking to the crosswalk, and I'll basically have to threaten them to make them go away. I mean, because the thing about bozos, they're stalking where you're walking. So if that little phrase, can you just stick that in your mind, they're stalking where you're walking. Bozos stalk you, and the thing, once a bozo starts stalking you, they will always stalk you. So you're going to always have to keep that in mind when you're out walking or when you're online. The same bozos will always want to stalk you, so you're going to have to keep them out of your grill, like always. And you're going to have to tell other people about them. That's the thing. Once you have a bozo who bothers you, you're going to have to reach out to your friends and say, hey, here's this bozo that bothers me. Here's their name. And I need you guys, I need reinforcements here. I need you guys to help me keep the bozo away. And you need to tell people about the bozo. And you need to tell, you know, say like you're in a relationship. You need to tell your partner about the bozo. Because oftentimes the bozo is not even someone you used to date or anything like that. That person's just somebody who's bothering you. And they don't even necessarily have to have a romantic interest in you. They're just a bozo who's bothering you. Like, I've got bozos who bother me that nothing was ever going on. They're just bothering me. And to be honest, I don't know what they want. And half the time I really don't know what the bozos want. They won't come out and say what they want. They're just bothering me. And like, there's a bunch of bozos to this day, I still don't know what they wanted. They just, because they're attracted, they are random bozos that just have no direction in life, and they see that you're always finding something to do, and I think that's why they're attracted to you. That's the best thing I can come up with, because you're always finding stuff to do. Like, I've always found something to do. Like, I'm never bored, bro. Like, I can be unemployed for years and find my own job. I can make a job if there's no job for me. That's the kind of person I am. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's COVID doesn't bother me, seriously. I'm just always finding something to do. And when I was a child, I was never bored. Like, I never went to my parents and said, I'm bored. I mean, they had the easiest time with me because I always found something to do. I mean, I was just never one of those kids that bugged their mom and dad, because I always found something to do. I always made something to do because I'm a leader. All right. And bozos are completely dependent, baby-minded people. Like, they constantly need to be babysat, and they will constantly follow you around and bother you. So there's that polarity there. Now, the thing about bozos, now, if you're an attractive man or woman, especially if you're a woman, you're going to attract everybody. It doesn't matter if they're another attractive person or if they're a bozo. You're just going to attract everybody. So if you're going to sit around and go, why do I always attract losers? Well, the thing is, you attract everybody. You have to just not give the bozos attention. You need to identify them as a bozo and not feel sorry for them. In fact, you got to learn who to be mean to. And you got to be okay with being mean to people. Like, seriously, you need to let go of the taboo of being nice to everybody. You really need to. I mean, we're not in kindergarten anymore. You need to learn who to be mean to. And it's the bozo. Because they are attracted to your oppositeness. But they are in your way. They're going to hurt you. They're going to bother you. They're going to stalk you. And I really can't drive that point home enough. They will stalk you for the rest of your life. I mean, I have bozos who, they will stalk me for the rest of my life if I don't change my name, if I don't block them on social media, if I don't do certain things to keep them away, if I don't involve law enforcement, if I don't take extreme measures to get rid of them, they will stalk me. I mean, I've had bozos stalk me for like 30 years until I did something about it. I mean, I can't make this up, guys. They do that. They just get this thing in their mind, and because that's just their mentality. Not everybody's brain is wired the same way, and some people just have mental problems, and you need to never feel sorry for them, because they're going to waste your time playing on the fact that you feel sorry for them. You don't need to. All right, they're taking time away from people who are actually going to help you. You never feel sorry for people like that, ever feel sorry for them. All right, and I'm going to say something very painful about the bozos, okay? Now, bozos will bother you, and they're attracted to you. Let me tell you something about the bozos. They can't string a sentence together. They can't pronounce words right without you correcting everything they say. You're saying it wrong. They can't add together 2 single digits. They are that dumb, but they can tell when you don't have any emotional support in your life, and they will cling to you because of it. Okay, they can tell that you're that lonely, and that's why you're so independent. And I mean, does that sound like something you ever had going on in your life? That's why they're hanging around you. And you know what they have going on in their life? A bunch of enablers. So they have the very opposite going on. They have a bunch of people who are just co-signing all their nonsense, who are letting them be drug addicts, who are letting them be chronically unemployed. They live with their mama. They have all these people that just feel sorry for them, and they're wondering why you're hanging around them. In fact, you might meet their family members, and their family members will literally say, why are you letting my brother, my sister, my so-and-so hang around you? I've literally had people say that, BOZOS family members going, why are you letting my so-and-so hang around you? They've literally said that to me, like, you are so beautiful, you are so smart, you are so this and that. Why are you being so nice to my son, my brother, my sister? Why are you letting my such and such hang around you? Like, you're so pretty. Why are you letting my so and so hang around you? And they literally will say that, and they will point to me and point to, the bozo or the bozette. Why are you hanging around him or her? Like, and they'll point to me like, how did you get her to hang around you? And they'll look at me like, and they will literally say that right in front of the bozo or the bozette. Like, why are you friends with them? And they will actually say that, and the bozo will be like, and they will actually literally say that around the bozo. And that's how honest, like, that's the people that know the bozo dogging the bozo out, or the bozette around me. Like, this woman is such a winner, this woman is so cute, this woman is so smart and cool. Why are you hanging around my son or daughter, or my brother or my sister or my cousin? Like you're so all that. Why are you hanging around my cousin? Like, don't be friends with my brother, he's stupid. Don't be friends with my sister, she's a freaking loser. Quit being friends with this bozo or bozette. Stop hanging around this person. You're all that. Stop wasting time hanging around this, my such and such. Why are you friends with him? Like, quit hanging around him. Like, you can be friends with somebody better, quit hanging around this bozo. And, but the people in your life won't take you aside and say, I love you, stop hanging around the bozo. And isn't that sad that the people in your life won't take you aside and pay attention to you and say, stop hanging around that freaking loser you're hanging around with? So I want you to stop and think about that for a minute. Why aren't the people in your life? Why aren't the people in your life saying anything? Taking an interest in you and being like, what's going on here? Why aren't they saying anything to you? Stop and think about that for a minute. Think about that. Okay, you might need to start replacing the people in your life. If the people in your life aren't sitting you down saying, why don't you stop freaking hanging out with that person? Okay, if you don't have a mother or a father checking up on you, trying to see who you're hanging out with and questioning you about it and going, why are you hanging out with that person? Let's see who you're hanging out with. And taking an interest in who you're hanging out with, and just trying to check the situation out, or saying, you know what, I really don't want you hanging out with that person, I care about you. If they're not saying stuff like that to you, something's wrong with the people in your life. If they're too busy to care about what's going on in your life or trying to help you, if you don't have the people in your life trying to help you, something is seriously wrong with the people in your life. And I'm going to tell you right now, do not ever be too proud to ask for help. Or say, you know what, I really don't want to hang out with this person anymore. They're a loser. And then have the people in your life go, yeah, I was kind of afraid to say something to you. Because they might be afraid to say something to you. You know what? Yeah, that person really is a loser. I was kind of wondering why you're hanging out with them too. I was like wondering if you were kind of getting into drugs, or like what was going on there. Like, why were you letting this person hang around you? Like, why are you friends with people like that? Like, I was kind of wondering myself, you know. I was kind of afraid to say something. But if the people in your life aren't trying to kind of say something to you, or check that person out to see if they're cool, or, you know, trying to see what's going on, if they're not taking an interest in your life, or trying to help you, to where you're just you're too independent. And if the people in your life are letting you be too independent, I'm letting you know right now, they don't care about you, and I'm just keeping it real. Okay? And it looks like my computer is losing power, so I'm going to leave it at that right now. But that's what's up with the bozos, okay? They're your polar opposite. That's why they won't leave you alone. All right, and I love you, so I'm telling you the truth. So this is Juliana Angel, Otherworldies, and watch out for those bozos. Good night.